BTS News Today. Seoul, South Korea. Jin, the oldest member of BTS, again showing great concern for the community. This time, he plunged directly into the location affected by forest fires in South Korea, become a volunteer, and distributed food to residents who lost their homes due to the disaster. The catastrophic forest fires that have hit several regions of South Korea in recent days have caused extensive damage. It burned thousands of hectares of land and forced many residents to flee. In this emergency situation, various parties intervened to provide assistance, including BTS Jin, who is known to have a high social soul. According to reports from several eyewitnesses, Jin was seen in one of the evacuation posts wearing simple clothes and a mask. It not only provides food, but also helped the volunteers in distributing other basic needs. His presence at the disaster site gives encouragement to residents who are facing difficult times. I want to help as much as possible. Seeing so many people losing their homes and having trouble getting food moved me to come down right away. Jin said in a brief statement to local media. Not only distributing food, Jin also interacts with refugees, listen to their stories, and provide moral support. Some residents who received his help expressed their gratitude for the attention paid by one of the world's greatest idols. Support from the army and the public. Jin's humanitarian action immediately became a hot discussion on social media. Army, as BTS fans are called, takes pride in the actions of its idols and raises donations to help victims of forest fires. Hashtags like #JinWithLove and #ThankYouJin are trending on various digital platforms. That a number of community leaders and organizations also expressed appreciation for Jin's actions. Some charitable organizations even invite more people to be inspired by its positive steps and participate in post-disaster recovery efforts. Not the first time Jin is known to often perform social actions, either openly or secretly. Previously, he has also donated to various humanitarian causes, including help for children in need and environmental campaigns. The real action performed by this genie again proves that fame is not just a matter of popularity, but also how a person can use his influence to help others. With actions like this, BTS's Jin is not only a role model for his fans, but also for many people around the world. With the spirit of humanity that he showed, Jin again proved that even the smallest kindness can have a big impact on those in need. Current conditions at the fire site to date. Forest fires in parts of South Korea continue. Firefighters and volunteers work tirelessly to control the fire. The dry weather and strong winds made extinguishing efforts more difficult. The government has deployed additional assistance, including fire helicopters and military forces, to assist the process of extinguishing and evacuating residents. In the midst of these difficult conditions, support from various parties is needed. Jin is not only present as a celebrity, but also as citizens who care about others. His presence at the disaster site provided a great morale boost for the victims and the hard-working officers on the ground. Government response and humanitarian organizations. The South Korean government has appreciated the actions of the volunteers, including BTS's Jin, who volunteered to help forest fire victims. Some humanitarian organizations also praised the steps taken by Jin, considering its great influence can help increase public awareness of the importance of solidarity in times of disaster. One of the representatives of the Korean Red Cross said, "We really appreciate BTS's Jin's actions. His presence helped draw the world's attention to this disaster and encourage more people to donate and volunteer. With more and more support coming, hopes for the recovery of affected areas are growing. The volunteers continue to work hard, while the wider community participates in various ways to help those in need." Testimony of the victims. The evacuation post. Many residents are sharing stories of how this fire has changed their lives. One of the refugees, a mother named Lee Soo-jin, said that he lost his home in a matter of hours as the fire spread rapidly. "We didn't save a lot of things. Can only run to save themselves." The presence of volunteers like Genie gave us hope. A young boy who was also at the shelter said that he was very happy to be able to meet Jin and even receive food directly from him. "I can't believe that BTS's Jin is here. He was very kind and caring to all of us." Many heartwarming stories came from the disaster site, which further demonstrates the importance of solidarity and empathy in times of crisis like this. The long-term impact this forest fire is a reminder to all parties about the importance of protecting the environment and preparedness in the face of natural disasters. The South Korean government has stated that it will tighten fire prevention measures in the future. This includes increasing forest patrols and building better infrastructure to respond quickly to disasters. In the meantime, Jin's actions have inspired many people to care more about others. Many fans have followed in his footsteps by donating or volunteering in various regions. His influence as a public figure is not only limited to the entertainment world, but also in the humanitarian and social sphere. With all he has done, BTS's Jin once again proved that popularity can be used for bigger things. For many, he is not only an idol, but also a hero in the real world. That BTS's Jin shares food with residents affected by Korean forest fires, volunteer at a disaster site Seoul, South Korea. Kim Seokjin, or better known as Jin BTS, again showing his humanitarian side by jumping directly to help people affected by forest fires in South Korea. In his humanitarian action, Jin not only donated food, but also down directly as a volunteer to help the victims who were displaced by this disaster. Known as a figure who is humble and cares about the community, Jin is seen at one of the evacuation centers, help distribute food to citizens who have lost their homes. By wearing simple clothes and masks, he helped the volunteers in preparing and distributing food for the victims. According to reports from several sources at the site, the genie doesn't just come briefly for a photo or ceremonial session, but really work alongside a team of volunteers. A volunteer at the site said, he does not hesitate to lift things, preparing food, and even talk directly with the victims to provide moral support. Jin's action immediately became a hot discussion on social media. ARMY, a nickname for BTS fans, expressed their pride for the care and real action taken by the idol. The hashtags #JinForHumanity and #ThankYouJin started trending on various social media platforms as a form of appreciation for his dedication. One of the residents who received help from the genie expressed his gratitude. I didn't expect a world star like Jin to come directly here and help us. His presence gives us the strength to come back, said an elderly affected by the fire. Not only fans, other BTS members also gave their support for Jin's noble action. Some of them shared posts about the importance of social care and invite more people to contribute to helping disaster victims. In fact, some Korean entertainment industry figures also appreciated Jin's actions, calling it a vivid example of how a celebrity can use his fame for humanitarian purposes. Jin shows that popularity is not just about being famous, but it's also about how we can make a difference in other people's lives, said a well-known television producer in Korea in a short interview. Jin conveyed a message of hope to the victims and volunteers. I know this is a difficult time for many people, and I just want to do what I can to help. I hope everyone affected can get the help they need soon, and hopefully we can all get through this together. In addition to volunteering at disaster sites, Jin is also rumored to have donated some funds to organizations that deal with victims of forest fires. The funds are expected to be used to provide basic needs, temporary shelter, and recovery for the victims. BTS's Jin action is not the first time he has shown his concern for humanity. Previously, he has also contributed to various social activities, including donations for underprivileged children and support for medical personnel during a pandemic. Jin's concern for the victims of forest fires in South Korea is proof that he is not only a global star, but also a person of noble heart.
Don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want.